wait a minute. These giants of the faith, these faith founders, need us in order to be made perfect. We Americans tend to think in terms of individual achievements more so than biblical folks. And the writer of Hebrews has a very different take on the world. For him, there is a great chain of history that is reaching back into the past, and the faithfulness of current generations connects them to those who have gone before. And God is dragging this entire chain forward towards the ultimate goal of history. And the preacher is not worried about whether or not we are successful in terms we so often think of, but in whether or not we persevere in the faith. Because without us, the chain is broken. When the preacher talks about us helping to perfect those who went before, the word that he uses is a word that implies completeness. The making perfect that he is speaking of is not about us being so good. Rather, it is about us doing our part to complete the chain. Now, there were people of great faith who went before us here at Boulevard. They founded this church. They raised money. They borrowed money to build buildings and to start programs so that people could come here to worship, to learn about the faith, to go out and do God's work in the world. And our faithfulness is connected to theirs. Their leaps of faith, the risks that they took, are made perfect, that is, made complete, when we join that great chain of faith. And sometimes this chain, these connections, can be seen quite clearly and literally. The new chapel is not really new. It is, in the manner that the preacher of Hebrews speaks, made perfect through our faithful perseverance. When we will go in there in a week or two and see the light playing off those beautiful stained glass windows, we are quite literally building on, perfecting the work of those who preceded us. And each time we contribute to and support the work of this congregation, we continue to build on those who went before. When we teach a child, when we welcome a new person into the fellowship of faith, when we reach out to our community, to our neighbors, when we continue the work of those who went before, when we feed the hungry and help the homeless, we not only continue perfecting the faith of those who went before us, but we add new links in the chain who take their place in that long chain of faith reaching back all the way to Moses and to Abraham. Now it is stewardship time here at Boulevard, and let's be honest, a lot of people could do completely without this time of year. To a lot of people, stewardship is simply a churchy way of saying fundraising. And we will be successful based on whether or not we are able to grow or to at least maintain the current budget, and we will be unsuccessful if we fall short. But I want to suggest that stewardship is about something else. Stewardship is a tangible, concrete way that we take our place in the chain, that we stand on the shoulders of those who went before us and perfect what they have bequeathed to us. And success here is not measured in an amount, but on whether or not we, surrounded by that great cloud of witnesses, lay aside everything that would distract and dissuade us, and run with perseverance the race that is set before us, looking to Jesus, the pioneer and the perfecter of our faith. All praise and glory to the one who calls each and every one of us to take our place in the great chain of faith. Thanks be to God.